The dining hall of the magistrate's house was narrow and spare, much like Madame Liu herself. She was a small woman who gave the impression of being tall, and she knelt at the head of the low table as if she had a spear for her spine. Her hair was iron gray, her lips painted a demure lilac, and she wore no jewelry except for 4 grass-green jade bangles, 2 on each bony wrist. The bangles chimed gently as she presented the food, the only sound in the room. The meal, to Chi's surprise, was entirely vegetarian. There were strips of long mushrooms, delicately sautéed in wild garlic, a sweet tamarind soup, and small balls of minced vegetables rolled in arrowroot flour and fried in oil. It was like a luxurious version of what Chi might have received back in Singing Hills. And when they thanked Madame Liu for her hospitality, they were being utterly sincere. It had been prepared with expertise, and she realized that it was not just a courtesy to them. The magistrate's household has been strictly vegetarian since the bad days, Madame Liu said. The promise to be so was a sacrifice to bring back the crops and the water. Her voice was so bland that she wondered if she was hiding a certain resentment behind it. To live in the town that was known for a famous pork dish, and to spend almost 20 years eating nothing but vegetables. It seemed as if the magistrate's wife must have something to say about it. The meal finished with a small dessert of buckwheat dumplings, pressed with candied fruit, and then drowned in a thin sugar syrup. "That is one thing you do not miss when you give up meat, at least," said Madame Liu with a faint amusement. "You do not lose sweets. I saw Ue County chop on some of the sugar barrels that were being delivered in town this morning. Has Ue County always shipped to Baolin?" The answer, of course, was no, not with the imperial blockades that went up after Baolin's bad luck. Famines were contagious, and Ue County was fanatic about its quarantines. Madame Liu was silent for a long time, and when she finally deigned to look at Chi, there was something distant and disapproving in her eyes. "Your tricks are perhaps good enough for servants and laborers. It is an embarrassment to try them on your betters." Perhaps it was, but she only tilted their head slightly. "It was only a question, Madame Liu. Why not ask what it is you really want to know? My husband is not here to stop you." Chi realized that whatever Madame Liu was going to tell them was going to be a lie.